What's Barbino? Yes, Zeke Black is up early. Top of the morning, top of the morning. I appreciate all those that checked out the video from yesterday. Um, got a couple of things to talk about this morning, man. Somebody asked me a question yesterday. It was like, what's the difference between a jail and the streets? Well, there's a lot of things, right? Because you could be all you could be in jail as long as you have a reputation and you have some type of soldiers behind you. You know, people do being fair when you're actually strong in the penitentiary. And this is a deep conversation, man. Definitely shout out to everybody gave me a call yesterday, man. Shout out to my man Miami Moon from Best Stuy. Um, a couple other good brothers, man. We had a good vibe, man, and it was all positive. Definitely salute to Crown Course TV. Check out his content on Live Brim. That's a crazy case. I knew a lot about certain parts of that situation because I was in a situation towards the ending. Um, one thing that's people must understand that jail is another world. So in jail, a person who's possibly a nobody can become famous in jail as well strong. What I mean nobody is somebody who, yeah, everybody like my man said, we had dudes that was getting money that was the man. We had dudes that was stick up kids that was the man. And then you had the guy that was with him. You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys that you know, they're around. They've been around. And then they go to the penitentiary and they become famous. And then this is when they begin to meet people. And they begin to become this international jail star. Now we got the world of the social networks. So now we got three evils. We got the real world, we got the penitentiary, and then we got the social networks. So the social network creates a new image of the person that may not been who they're trying to recreate themselves to be. Now, it depends on what genre. Um, it depends on who you're trying to be. Like, salute peoples. There wasn't a time where cosigns, like you didn't look for a cosign. That was only in the movies when you needed a cosign to your pub, you know what I'm saying? I need you to co-sign me for something. This is this new thing. If I on an I want to get something, and I go yo holla at your man's boom here, they'll most likely do whatever transaction needs to be done. It was never though yo co-sign me for your man's so they know I'm a real one and I'm solid and that's not what we did back in the days. Um, we wasn't people in the game. We wasn't into meeting new people. That just wasn't how I was. I wasn't into yo. This is my man because this is how you get sales. This is how you get a civil indictment. This is how you get caught up. So, but in this new generation, it's all about the cosign. It's all about I'm supposed to sit and take a picture with you and say, yo, he's real. We're top of the morning. What's top of the morning? And this is what the game has turned out to. And the reason why I had to do this because somebody asked me, somebody said, Zeke, what is the difference? Salute to Trade Bags, Rockaway, and Inwood, no doubt. Somebody asked me, definitely shout out to Queens, man. Definitely shout out to my man Turtle, from Webster, my man Peanut from Webster, my man June Body from 163rd, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Kinko Roman was popping, top of the top. And it boils down, like somebody said the other day. Somebody said, yo, why is it that when it comes to the homies, no disrespect, but the homies be messy And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like a reality show. It's like y'all beef all day. It's all about beefing and that's what, and I had to break it down. I said, because the jail mentality is better than the street mentality. You can tell who's getting money before they went to jail, because when they come home, they're different. They quiet. They back on how it was before they went to jail. Nah, I don't want the police in my business. I'm low. I gotta watch what I say. Because back in the days, when you was in the street, you was low. You didn't want police contact. You didn't want nobody in your business. He goes, that's the difference. You gotta understand that in the penitentiary, you build up a whole new image. And because of mass incarceration in the 90s, jail became the place to be. Because everybody that was outside, 90% of everybody that was outside went to jail. At least not 90, but 80. You know what I'm saying? At least 80% of people went for a TNT cell or a body or a robbery. It was crazy. Definitely in New York. I'm talking about New York. You know what I'm saying? Who knows where it was going on, where things was going on. We began to create narratives, right? Because we only talk about our weed, like I told my man. Exactly. Because before they went to jail, this is what you what you was doing. This is wasn't major. Like, you took a lot of money. You wasn't landed in New York State prison. You was landed in something called the Feds. Then New York State began to pick the pace up in the 90s with the Wild Cowboys, YTC, Purple City. But a lot of those guys was already getting money. So that's why when a lot of those guys came home, they're quiet, they're moving around, they want to see where the bread is at. Um, I would tell you, a person can take like think about this, right? How was, let's say, OG Mac was able to get away for 8 years and not somebody, other than a couple of people that might call him that he was telling, right? But him having beef with Tom Cross superseded him telling for 8 years. If you mention Mac, he got an issue with Tom Cross. They wasn't saying, well, he has an issue with Tom Cross because they say he telling. Because people are scared. You got 20 years in jail, and you might have told them, you might have straight told on me. But you got a movement now, and in this movement, if I tell somebody you tell them, something may happen to me. So some people just keep it quiet unless they're ready to go all the way. And that's so when people ask about, yo, why I never heard this about this person, or why I never heard that about this person, because a lot of people be in fear. Unless they on unless they gangsters. A lot of dudes, at one point there was so many homies in the penitentiary that dudes didn't want issues. Dudes trying to get home. Like, yo, listen, man, I got 2 years to go home. I really don't care. I'm not getting caught up in those conversations. So you got to keep this in mind. When people say don't hide behind whatever you standing with, that's because in the penitentiary, that's what works for a lot of people. Do you think the people that we often say, yo, people sit here all day and be like, yo, mess with the bag, right? But who do we know that ever gave him the bag? You know what I'm saying? Whoever came to your yard and said, yes, son, I was giving him the bag, out of that, out of that, out of that. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? So those be the narratives in jail. You're able to hide behind something when you hide behind something strong. If you're Muslim, whatever the case may be, or boom, boom, boom. Now, the only difference why our business be in the street is because the other cliques, they keep it more internal. You see it more on the news. When they go to war, you see it on the news. Like, they don't really go on the social networks and go, unless they got their own thing. Because you know why? Because we're so stuck in the four walls, we don't pay attention to what's going on outside of us. But for those that's trying to reconnect with reality, man, you gotta let go who you think you are now, because that's what's gonna get you in trouble. That's what's getting dudes in trouble. You could be the considered the biggest homie. You could actually be considered the super duper homie. But when you come home from jail, if that wasn't you before you went, you don't know how to survive to be a boss. Some dudes are just great workers. Some dudes are great people that's good for carrying the bag. Some people are great, yo, that's my man, he'll just pop off. I know a bunch of dudes that was doing that, though, that have pop-off artists with them, right? That's how the game went back in the day. Got a couple of dollars, okay, yo, I'm gonna buy you a pair of sneakers, we're gonna hang out, because I know if somebody run up on me acting crazy, you're gonna pop. That's how the game went. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where Marcus people are from, but I know where I'm from. The guy who normally attempts to extort you, he normally becomes top flight security for you, because he don't want nobody playing with his bag. So his job is to keep the other stick-up kids and goons and goblins away. Exactly. You have to. Yeah, it's. You can read 1,000 books. I swear to God, you can read like my man should tell me. You see him, Zeke? I could give him 30 packs allegedly. My money straight. He know to get money. He out here got the. You know what I'm saying? He got the clientele. He outside all day. But if I give him 1,000 grams and go, listen, this is yours. Just give me back 10,000. Who messed the money up? He's a good worker. You know what I'm saying? So I keep him in a good worker's place. Because if I attempt to upgrade him, he ain't ready to upgrade. All he gonna do is destroy our friendship and play with my money. And you know, when I was younger, right? I didn't see it that way. I just see like, damn, so like that's your man. He out here all day. Like, why you don't make him a manager or a lieutenant or something on a higher level? And he was like, because he's a good worker. But he's not ready for that level. See, some people ain't ready for that. We'll rush it, but we can't give somebody exactly. You can't give somebody a title that they're not ready for. Why am I gonna put him in a position? It was Papino, boy, Bully was Papino that somebody's not ready for. You know what I'm saying? And I would listen to this like, because you know we done seen guys die because they thought there was really be bosses on these blocks, and they'll get work. And the dudes that got work on these blocks allegedly are telling you can't be out here. And these guys that think they could do it, and they'll get manslaughter. They'll get slaughtered, and don't even have a brick in the crib, just because they believe, yo, I could take the block right now. Everything is timing, man. Everything is patience. Like I said before in another live before, right? I'm keeping on the eye. I was a part of a plan that allegedly was we gonna take the block, we outside, we showing dudes what we gonna do, right? Where we failed at, you can't attempt to take a block that's allegedly doing a brick or a brick and a half, and you don't have a connect or two connects. So now you're eventually getting work. I'm manually allegedly getting work from this source and that source and that source. Wasn't ready to be a boss. What happens? A 5-day run, and then we had to renegotiate the contract, and boom, life went on. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of titles that people are not ready for, but they want the title. I can only tell you through live experiences. Exactly, Roman. We witnessed a lot of failures. We witnessed dudes go on the block thinking it's my turn. I live here all my life. I'm opening up. They have the right plan. They'll even create a beef with dudes on the block. Yo, you can't be out here no more. We out here. We gonna go gun for gun. We gonna go whatever has to be happening. This is my building. This is my block. And they may have 2, 3 good days. Then it's time to go uptown. They going to a random block. They going to Blimpies. You know what I'm saying? They going to Hamilton Place and sitting in the spot getting anything. And the competition is sitting back going, man, why I smoking for? But then a lot of times dudes cross the line where somebody has to get smoked. And that's been dudes' problem, Broadway Bully. That's why I put thumbnail a maximum prison. There's a lot of guys that's in the penitentiary because dudes believe that they was ready. It takes a special training. It takes a timing. It takes time. Everything takes time, man. You know, I give you a good example, right? The NYBBA. Let's build the NYBBA. We know the group of guys who created that originally, right? But then, you know that nothing's perfect, but everybody's not ready for those leadership positions because people put people in position because he cut. It goes a long way, exactly. People believe that they're ready for these positions that they're really not ready for. But since you cut and you popular or you put in work, exactly, you put people in position. Now what happens within the position is everybody wants to be top dog. So then y'all fight amongst each other. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. And then there's a guy that sits in the background and he goes, how can I manipulate my way into this? So you have to find somebody who wants to be a leader and goes, you know what, come here. Listen, man, I'm not jacking this, I'm not jacking that, manipulation this, manipulation that. But I'm gonna need you to be the voice of the people. So to become the voice of the people, if I send a shot at this time, it's too sensitive. Nobody's gonna listen to it because the person I really want touched, I can't get him touched. So what I do is I reach out to you, and then you can get him touched, and then you can involve other parties. We start breaking the chessboard down, right? We get rid of cash. We get rid of cash. We get rid of Dino. We get rid of probably who else? A couple of more. Boom. So now there's one more piece to the chessboard that I have to get rid of. But I gotta be patient about this. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna do it like this. Cause I can't make it look like I'm doing this out of spite. You know what I'm saying? And this is basically how, according to Measy, right? The beginning of the end for what's called of the we era into the old man era. You know what I'm saying? And it's one to grow on because what y'all don't understand is, right, you don't know how many people be on the street when you're in jail. They tell you, there's 20,000 of us. You know what I'm saying? Then you have I like what you just said right there. Broadway Bully. Yeah, I heard about the cut and no cut. Little Penny, he dropped dropped the set. And he like it's that like Bloodline and the other ones that you be in. It's like two different, and they run together because it's sort of different. But it's funny because everybody don't be in those situations. That's some dudes that go to penitentiary that don't jump in the UBN whips or the Bloodline whips. You know what I'm saying? But that's true right there. Now, Broadway Bully, I'll ask you a question, Broadway Bully. If the old men have never went back to jail, I think the army would be powerful. Would have never had as many issues as it had if the old man never went back. Let's say the old man was to stay in the street. I mean, they would have been able to grow and go through their chaos together, which never been that serious. They began to run doubt on each other, and that's where the chaos came in. How can I get back in the situation? Because the guy that want to get back in the situation, he wants to get back on top, so he played into the chaos, and we see it on the streets. Same thing with the chaos. We see because people don't understand, right? I'll ask you a question, Broadway Bully. East Homicide, the Bentley, was a famous hood. It was a popular hood when they got faded, right? When they got faded, it was a popular hood. It was very popular in the streets. These jail guys don't really know this. They just know what they hear, packages, whatever the case may be, but they only deal with what's in front of them. But they don't understand that when you say, you know what I'm saying? You have, so when you have the Bentley and you fade them in the street, now this is what the new generation is looking at. Yo, but the way Measy made it sound, that when they faded them, who faded them? The Hounds, because they say some saying the Hounds put that work in allegedly. So what happens now is the Hounds become the hottest set, because when you take out the hottest set, and now everybody want to be Hound. Yo, the Hounds, they force their way in. Yo, they the ones that, because people change stories, because you don't know what's going on out in the street. You only know what's in front of you. So you don't know that there might be 30,000 East homicides running around Manhattan or Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. There was a bunch of them, though, you know what I'm saying? And then you have the situation that happened when they got faded. So that's what put the Hounds over the top. Y'all faded with a hot set. But a man's sacrifice, that's essentially forced their way in. But the force in was a win for Two-Face. It wasn't a loss for Two-Face, it was a win for Two-Face. Because when he forced his way in, when he said, I'm not 5'9" no more, he basically stepped away from being, I'm not going to be physically under you, whatever's on top of me. I'm doing my own thing and I'm Brim, and you ain't telling me I can't be Brim. That was a win for Two-Face. So now I have an ally. You know what I'm saying? I got an ally now. I could just sit back and just play this game now. Because, you know what I'm saying? And that became a win. Because you get rid of East Homicide, you get rid of the Casper. I know that when the situation happened, a lot of Hounds went with La. I know AK went with La. I know BG went with La. So a lot of drops went with La. You know what I'm saying? Your Shine was popping. It's top of the morning, the Outlaw Shine. You know what I'm saying? So to Outlaw 20 Bloods in the building, you know what I'm saying? But he's the East Coast triple OG on the East, you know what I'm saying? Been saying some with the Cali and all that, you know what I mean? Definitely shout out to all my peoples in the orb, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But La took a lot of the drops. You see how chess, now look how the chess pieces go. It wasn't even chess. Exactly. Shout out to his squad Brim. Look how the chess pieces go, right? You reach out to La. You get La to become an ally. Right? So La becomes an ally. Allegedly, he becomes an ally. But you know, to get rid of more pieces on the chess table, but there was an internal issue that was going on with Dino. But on the streets, ears to the street is yo, East Homicide is popping in the streets. See, five bubbles, they rocking. This is the hottest thing out. You know, every couple of years there's a hot brim set. Like, you know, everybody gets their turn. You know what I'm saying? So what you do is you looking at it from the outside. If I can help at least manipulate this or sit back and go, yeah, yeah, or sit back. So in a sense, Two-Face needed lie to debo that situation. They dig it deep. Yes, I got an ally now. He on my type of time. You get rid of the hottest set in the streets. What happened? Everything falls back to 5'9". So now, who's real? Who's soft? What you think about him? He did this, he did that. You know, jail issues. Everybody has an issue. Yo, he's this, he's that, he's that, and the third. And then he gets rid of one more piece of the table, one more piece of the last piece of the chess table he got rid of is what actually put him into complete power. So now he's getting rid of what you consider the elites of the NYBBA. Dino Cash, you know, the guy from Outlaw 20 Brim. You get rid of the elites. Now you got complete control. The voices of the movement and we. But it was easy to move we out because once you got lie on his type of time, his whole purpose of debone is to get rid of we. Now, if I'm wrong, tell me. Because this is exactly what just happened. I remember '09 when I pulled up at 5 Points, SRG was a deal, right? But nobody was touching SRG because it was still sensitive between we and Lace. So a lot of dudes wasn't just hopping on the situation. So you had dudes that was in 5 Points still claiming SRG, even though it was a done deal. Until Two-Face got that complete power. Now, so there's a difference, man. Jail politics and street politics because a nobody can become a superstar in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? And then we got superstars that go to the penitentiary and be washing underwears. I think because mass incarceration was in front of us, we glorify it. We attach ourselves to that because we know at one point in time in our life, one of us sat in the penitentiary playing in the streets. So we know that. That's what we know. Okay, we know this, we know that. Some people might have did a whole lot of time in these jails. Some people might have not done no time in no jail, went to shock, but they attached to this. So it became a romance. Now, I'm gonna tell you where it helped make the New York Bloods popular. It was the media. It was the Lisa Evers. It was the Daily News. They was covering the Rob Lowe's, the Omega Reds. They was covering the Sherm, the Worms. So now this is in the newspaper. It's crazy on Rikers Island. It's a lot of cuttings, but dudes been getting cut. But it's a different time because now they trying to say it's a gang culture. It should always be gang culture, but it's just new gang culture, and the gang culture was fitting into what was hip hop. So now when you listen to Mobb Deep and they talking about jail, they spitting certain bodes and certain things in their lyrics. When we hear DMX, we think he talking to us. Get at me, dog. The streets was changing. You know what I'm saying? The narratives changed. Like I told my man Bob Brown, he came home from jail, right? He said, "Yo, see, I was locked with a guy named from Buffalo." I'm like, "What?" He's telling me about the Sly Green cat. Yo, this guy was the man, son. I was in Attica with him. He was talking about his girl, boom. Like, yo, they was Crips in Buffalo. Some LA boy shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? These dudes was getting bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was getting bread. It was good money. Remember, he's from Buffalo. He in Attica. All that's right by each other. You know what I'm saying? So how do we? The thing is, when the respect is gone, what happens is turmoil. Am I right? When the respect is gone, man, it has to be turmoil. Because a smart man will always keep himself away from all the action. Now, a lot of people say Two-Face ain't a hustler, but when you read these cases, his name is never. He's not. He's not. He's not in the mix. This guy's not. He's not. He's not. It's always he did that, or yo, he caught that shot, or he boom. Smart man, I would say. Sometimes, is he really involved with the situation? Or is he not part of the situation? Because everybody that gets caught up in these cases that deal with them, it's always his name is not attached to nothing. But they say about him, he don't know how to read, he's this, that, and the third. Hard to tell. He gotta be smart somewhere if your name is not attached to nothing for all that goes on. But like y'all may not understand what Meezy was saying. And I think La has a fight on that one. When Meezy said La told him to get at Dino. He ain't say such and such told La that we had to take the situation to get at Dino. He said La. So he made La look like he was the GF for the NYBBA. You know what I'm saying? Because when you listen to the testimony, he goes, "Who's Dino?" Oh, he's a GF for the Bentley. He's part of the Bentley. Wait a minute. So La puts an order out on him, allegedly on. It wasn't like, yo, La got the order to take the plate. You can't listen to people all the time, man. You always do your investigation on information. See, with me, right? I'm like Shine. Me and Shine, Shine older than me, but we come from a different breed. For us older cats, man, we know. There's things that dudes have done that dudes just be like, they hear about it and don't get caught up in it. Like, yo, listen, man, I got time for that because I'm trying to get away from this. We know. You're not gonna walk up to no big homie and go, yo, I heard you tell him. You can barely joke with them and play with them in the yard. That what y'all would consider a big homie. These platforms are made up for people to create different narratives, but it's a guy. You're not gonna walk up to Bagoo and go, yo, such and such said that you're telling on a briefing. That's not gonna happen. The only people that's gonna tell him that is somebody that's ready to go to war. So when y'all come up with these stories, I never heard something before. Yeah, you heard it, but you just didn't have the heart to go, yo, son, let me holler at you for a second. You know what I'm saying? I was in a spot with a guy who shot this little young boy's big homie. That's an official cat. He pulls up in the spot, bro. And 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 the nigga goes, yeah, what's going on here? And the individual, he Who you talking about? But you know what I'm saying? The individual is he when he pulled up to the spot. You know why the young yo? You know what colleague loyalty? You know what? You know what? It goes back to what I'm about to say. Never touch on that. When son pulls up to the spot, he in the spot. Nothing happens to him. He telling me, yo, son, I shot their big homie. Yo, they tried to say I was in the situation. So what? What's up? But nothing happened to him. So I asked the homie one day. I said, homie, I want to ask you a question. Y'all UBN cats, he hit somebody that was major in the U. Why you not gonna get at him for? And homie kept it 100. He said, nah, son, because son danger. If we violate him in this jail and we don't kill him, he's gonna get us in the street, bro. And that's what I'm trying to. This is what I'm hitting at telling you. He shot this dude's big homie. You know what I'm saying? He shot these dudes' big homie. Bomb, hit him. Allegedly, hit the nigga up real bad. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? He shot the homie. He shot son real bad. Hit him up. Bum bum bum. You know what I'm saying? And when he hit homie real bad, nothing happened to him. So I asked him, I said, yo, homie, y'all, this take 30 your UBN cats in the yard. He like, nah, son dangerous, son. So that's why I know that dudes will tuck their tail when they hear a hint of a rumor because they're not gonna put themselves in firing range. And this guy was a 550. You know what I'm saying? So if they're doing that for 550, imagine the guy that's controlling the yard. So that's why I don't get caught up in the narratives of I never heard this, I never heard that. Because people hear things, but they're just not going to say nothing. I just told you, a guy hit a reputable hit they big homie. Boom, 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 in the street, allegedly. Pulls up in the spot. They treat him like he was the king. Because he slept right by me in my dorm. So he pulled up. Dudes coming to him, yo, shut, pull up to the yard. Bet. Yo. I mean, my man, Miami Moonlight, they treat this guy like he God. Didn't he shoot one of these big homies? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on, man. Now the younger generation, like I said earlier, they coming from a different breed. They're a different animal. Yo, my man Turtle was trolling about that. Yeah, we was too trolling about that. These young boys are different. If you're not the big homie that they expect you to be, then they're gonna fire on you. You don't go. If you're not, because you gotta keep in mind, these dudes they in jail for 20, 15. They ain't home. Most of these dudes are going in young. You know what I'm saying? They used to be around each other anywhere in the block. To them, the yard is the block. Yo. And this is our turn now. That's what's going on, man. The young boys, you know what I'm saying? See, the young boys, they're handling all rumors. The young boys don't care. See, the young boys saying, yo, he's this, he's that. Yo, man, forget, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They'll volunteer for the plate. I'd blow his head off, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that before because, it's an older generation. So a lot of dudes is, a little more intimidated. These young boys, it's a whole new breed of wolves out there. So what I'm saying is, you see how I'm talking calm so it's convincible, but this is what people do. It's what individuals do. It's a jail tactic. You learn this in ASAT and other classes that people listen to you more when you humble, right? When you calm, when I'm talking nice and calm, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I don't sound mad. Yeah, yeah. It's a bunch of other dudes. It's just that when you're in the spots with them at this point in time, you can't talk crazy about cats. You can't. You can't talk crazy about dudes because this is what happens. You got people that flip on you. Unless you're ready to go to war, what happens, man? You got some people who don't want those problems, man. And this is and this is why and this is why we have to maintain who we are, man. Maintain knowledge, right? You know, I was never dumb because I always seek knowledge. I always had an open ear for knowledge. Um, I began to see things that didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? A couple of guys that was in high positions in the penitentiary, guys that ran jails, everything organized. They come to the street and get bodied or go back to jail. Yeah, they get bodied or they go back to jail. And it's like, there's a problem. Why is this happening? And it goes back to the ones that don't go to jail, that don't go back to jail. That's because they was getting money before, and he got caught up in it. Okay, I joined the movement to kill some time. But this is who I was before this. So now I'm back on my groove, watching phone calls, watching how I move. Then you had the ones that wasn't like that. So the penitentiary created this new character, this new animal, this new individual. But it's not them. So when they come home, they don't come home to the, he will take 30,000. You my man, welcome back. Yo, something taking you shopping tomorrow. Yo, blah, blah, blah. They're not coming home to that. They come on home to the shelter or somebody couch. You got to figure this out. They have to run and go get their OSHA cards and start from scratch. But you look at this person and go, but you just ran a jail. You just ran 3 jails. So people begin to look at you differently. Yeah, yeah, I seen him on the spots, but I'm thinking he's supposed to be the way he was moving. I thought he had the plug. I thought he was in the mix with the plug. Something. And this is what happens, the difference between jail and the streets. And to be honest with you, I'd rather be street famous than jail famous. Because I know a whole bunch of Ricky Redos that's jail famous that was never nothing on the street. You know what I'm saying? Because to be famous in jail, right, you ain't got to be nothing special. Free the homies, Newburgh, New York. Definitely free the homies, Newburgh, New York. You ain't got to be nothing famous. You just be somebody that cut 7 cats. And if you cut out of all 7 and one official one, you won. Boom. Yo, you know what I'm saying? But how are we going to change the way we think? I think even when we move away, we keep the same state of mind. State of mind is we begin to worry about what people think about us or what people say about us. And I think that's what leads a lot of us back to the penitentiary or putting ourselves in a situation to go back to the penitentiary. Because crime is addictive. And just like drugs, you get the same feelings. You know what I'm saying? You're either gonna be in or you're gonna be out. At a certain point, when does being you becomes 90% of your life than being your character? You know what I'm saying? You learn a lot, man. But see what happens when we speak like this, somebody will jump on somewhere and say, the top of the top, yo, she gave them facts, it's not facts, I'm telling you now, because it's like this, it's like that. Then you gotta ask them, so where are you at now in life? When they say that, okay, you understand, because you're saying was real, and he's not speaking facts, right? But where are you at in life right now? Where he at in life? So in reality, the world that you're saying He's not speaking facts and really has no substance in the real world. You start questioning individuals, man. Okay, so but where you standing in life right now? Where you, no, I'm struggling, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. You just sit and go, so if you're saying that this is real, this is what made you real, why in the penitentiary? Why in the street you struggling then? So obviously there's a mental lapse here. So he got to be saying something that makes sense because he's not struggling. Because that's all they got, bro. Khalid, that's all they got, loyalty. Told you, when you was never in no real position in the street, you go to jail and get a position, you hold on to that. Not too many of these dudes had blocks or had a corner or a building. So when you get a hood, you holding that down like, oh, I'm not letting that go because that's the only sense of power that they ever really had in their life. A lot of dudes was powerless. You can't give a powerless person power. To be in a position of power, you gotta have the right guys mentor you. You gotta have the right people above you that's mentoring you to become successful, to become a winner in life. Yes, yeah. I'm telling you, man, the prison system thing is crazy. It's so unique how you can be so organized, so everything, and then when you come home, it's like your life is in chaos. Because you know why? In the streets, it's a fair playing field. See, in the penitentiary, you have to pull up to your yard. In the streets, you ain't got to answer your phone. Y'all can't take that. Yo, what happened to the home? Because sometimes a lot of dudes don't like to say no. So a lot of individuals, when you call and beg them for something, they don't got time for that, man. I got my own bills. You got dudes that got bills. See, what dudes for to realize is in the penitentiary, you get three hots in the cot, and you come up with a manipulative hustle to put some money in your commissary you want. In the streets, you just can't call somebody and go, yo, let me get $400. Dudes got light bills, dudes got rent, car notes, car insurance. So that's where the discipline changes at because you have to think because now it's not just you in jail and I'm gonna play your safety all day. You know what I'm saying? Now it's when mommy send me $50, I might give you 2 cans of Jack Man because you're the big bro. You're not doing that because now, wait a minute, $500 out of my household is gonna kill me. It's me and my wife. How is I go on your baby? I gotta give the homies $500 for the kitty. That's a bill, right? Yeah, casting toys was popping, was shaking. And that's where dudes gotta shake out their mentality. I think they be so much on the big homie stuff that they don't prepare for the streets because they just believe that by me being the big homie, I'm gonna be all right. In the streets, a lot of dudes that claim to, yeah, they get caught up, man. They get caught up in this stuff, man. They get so caught up, man, and that's why I said you have to change your mentality. A lot of dudes don't even have a plan on coming out because they look at it like I'm just the big homie, so that people are gonna set it out and they're gonna be setting it out, and that's where the thinking goes wrong. Was popping, Bronx murder was popping. Yo, what's popping? My nigga B is yo. You know what's funny, man? Chop was just asking about you. BM was popping, my nigga. Yo, Chop was just asking about you, my guy. Like, we was talking about you like a year ago, man. Was Popino. Why, my nigga BM, man? Your BM was popping, man. Was popping. I remember one day, you used to somebody chat, and I'm like, yo, he's like, I know Zeke. And I'm like, well, that's BM. No doubt was popping, my nigga. You know, I used to talk to Chop. Yeah, I'm like, oh, she know June body, the team is home, man. The last time I seen you, you was on You was downtown because you crazy, man. But you was downtown. Your man is home, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your man Wise is home, man. You know, Wise told I F the world. He mad at the world, bro. He said I F the world. Wise home, though. Not Wise, but another Wise. You know what I'm saying? My nigga BM. Shout out to BM, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I be knowing that's my nigga. Wow. That's my nigga BM, man. Hell yeah. That's my guy, man. I be talking, I be on my page with? You in the world. The last time I seen you was on fucking Morton Ave. I seen you on Morton, my nigga. Yeah, you hit my, yo, you got IG? My IG is Z Black Feed the Wolves, you heard? My nigga BM. Nah, I ain't see it. But see, this is what I heard about this about Frank White's about Frank White's sentencing though. Is that he wanted to be close to his family. And so I don't know what he said to get that situation. I know that part of his sentencing was for him to be close so his family can see him. You know what I'm saying? So if I mean, yo, he's in jail for 20 years, man. And then you blow trial, you get another 20. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He threw him under the bus like how? I mean, oh, like yo, he's the big homie and not son. That's what they do, man. This is sort of what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man. But you know, Uno be been in jail for 20 years. He's gonna die in jail. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna die in jail, bro. Or he gonna come home and be 70 years old. Yo, he trying to stay home. Yeah, I know. Yeah, salute to Jazzo, man. Definitely Jazzo, dude. I mean, people may look at it as hate, and they may look at it like Jazzo's just on another mission, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I look at that, yeah, yeah, Keisha's the sister, facts. Yeah. It's in my inbox, you heard? Yeah. Jazzo, good people, man. He took a chance, man, because you have some non-trade cats that's gonna hate his damn guts. They gonna be talking crazy, man. I'm gonna tell Chop I holler at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chop up. I'm chop. Guess what? Hit the inbox, man. Who just hit the jump on BM? You know what I'm saying? The homie. I tell you, man. It was a Lock and Arms. Lock and Arms is a crazy place, right? But you know, we see in those situations, man. We expect. I mean, I ain't gonna front it. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. Yeah. I'm saying after all these years, you was able to probably help. Yeah, son, that shit's crazy, man. Definitely, hell yeah, definitely. I guess that's what I'm doing, man. I'm breaking the pieces up. I got the BM story, but the BM story is gonna be drastic. You know what I'm saying? Copy, I got you. I got you. You know, got it. You know what I'm saying? That shit, Chop Money was popping. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put this together, man, because we all did come a long way. We came a long way from the silver slipper, lark, and orange, losing our mind out here in these deadly streets. You know what I'm saying? And people just assumed that it was the five boroughs, but it was definitely Albany, Troy. That was crazy. Yeah, cause you know, I got you. I got you. You heard? You have to do. And that's what you know, exactly. Love is love. You already know. You already know, baby boy. Like we here, man. It's no. It's. I think sometimes, man, people. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Sure, I got this right. Got you. I'm gonna hit you later, player. You heard? Exactly, exactly. I appreciate that, bro. I got you locked in, brother. I got you locked in. I'm gonna hit you later. Hell yeah. I appreciate the support, man. I do it for us, man. I'm trying to, you know, see all you know is love, baby. Love you back, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what happened to Houdini. You know what I'm saying? I just know that, you know, some dudes been in jail since the 90s, man. Like we want people to be so strong, you know what I'm saying? So when I hear that, only thing is that they put somebody threw slander on Unubi name. I don't know who did, but they was putting some information out there saying that Unubi did something crazy. But all Unubi did was cop out. He Unubi is trying to come. I don't know if he's in the street, but he's trying to be a free man. You know what I'm saying? You've been in jail since the 90s, man. Like at some point you gotta want freedom. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess some dudes they want you to sit with him. I don't know, like yo, he should have went to trial with us. So I don't know who threw the slander out there, but they was definitely wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he got all the paperwork. Because I truly believe that Uno B won't be saying what he's saying if they wasn't throwing slander on his name, though. Somebody, I don't know who it was, but they was trying to say that Uno B did some funny money. You know what I'm saying? And that's foul, man. That's just foul, man. Um, I think, you know what I'm saying? That's just foul. We don't know who did it, but it should never started because now he has to defend himself. He copped out. He didn't cooperate, but he just said his part. Now, like I told you, a good lawyer can get you around all that. A good lawyer fights your case. A good lawyer. You know what I'm saying? He ain't ADX. And that's why I say I give Bossy credit because Magoo got lawyers. And there might be some it's not a threat to him, but you're gonna have some. There's always that 1-9 trade that wants some status that's gonna play that we don't believe the truth, and that's the thing. When you go on the blast offs and you go on the full length exposure missions, that's what come with it. You got lawyers, people that's lawyers to them. You know what I'm saying? Uno B has to speak, and we got to give Boss Lee credit. He gave him a chance to speak, man. See, like I said, man, Uno B's in a world that he's been in for so long that what people think and say about him really matters because he's been in jail so long. So he's still in the character role. He's still in what you said about me, and he has to defend himself. You know what I'm saying? He has to defend himself. So That's the only reason why. But if it wasn't for them saying that he was telling, he would never did that. But I gotta defend myself, so I'm put out everything. I'm put out all the paperwork. I'm put everything they got on the table. Boom, y'all go. Y'all come up with what y'all think and then what I think. But all on the beach on the sea, if y'all saying I'm telling what y'all think this is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it happens, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen, man. They can't. I'm telling because I'm trying to be free. Because sometimes, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, man. You got some people, man, that just want you to sit in jail with them. Sometimes they just go, since we going to trial, you should go to trial. Sometimes you gotta think, man. Sometimes you gotta make a decision that's gonna hurt everybody's feelings. Like I said, I don't know who's the one doing slander on his name, but Uno B said I'm tired of jail, man. And we can't get mad at that. That's what I mean. When the person say they tired of jail, we can't get mad at that. Like, yo, he's fake now or he's soft. You're supposed to be tired of this, man. I didn't get him over 20 years. I'm just gonna go home to my family. I want to enjoy a steak. You know what I'm saying? Like, when does you begin to enjoy who you are? Hell yeah, because you got some dudes that love jail, man. You got some dudes that they can't wait to get back in that cell. They comfortable there, man. Some people don't really, some people didn't even get their GED or trade. I know a dude that was in jail for 20 something years. He didn't ever trade. he, he maxed out 20 years. What you do with 20 years? I just got high, went to the box. Oh, you coming back? In my mind, you ain't coming back. You gonna start smoking. You back in the mix. You ain't did nothing accomplished in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But he walked by the rest of it, chest out, talking crazy, all loud, all that craziness. You know what I'm saying? And in all reality, nigga, you just wasted 20 years of your life having fun in the yard. All his conversations pertain to drugs and going to the box. That's a laugh, man. That's make my nigga like you said like you didn't even grow up, my nigga. Like you're still the same person you was when you came to jail 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Remember, so son was cool though, man. He was just a kid in the head. Hell no, this was a cop out. This was doing fucking. Listen, man, give me my dime and let me go. Y'all niggas wanna go to trial and play with these niggas like they don't have no. Yeah, man. Remember, son, man. I'm not. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna allow. Y'all throw the Frank at the judge. You fucking Frank head. You don't see what you get a Frank, throw it at the judge. You fucking Frank. Yeah, Papa was trying to go to jail, man. Nigga Papa said, fuck that, I'm copping out. But see, that's what I mean. It's like, because I have a beef with you, or whatever, an issue with you, or who gives you, or something that's personal, it's my time. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of Burmese shit is crazy, man, because it says a lot in that. And it says a lot of decisions was being made. And the chessboard, it looked like the ending of this, because that's the ending years of what we know, the people that's in the know. Yeah, he gave it, he get good on everybody. But I'm looking at the story like, he basically, it's crazy, man. Yo, I gotta it's crazy because it seemed it was too internal and it was too crazy, man. And they used one person to help get rid of another person, and they still got rid of that one person that helped get rid of another person. You understand what I'm saying? Because when niggas faded East Homicide in the jail, dudes picked up their drops. Okay, come over here. You can become my hood. You come over here, and then we find then some other shit happened. They faded that situation out, or you know what I'm saying, about how they want to remix the story, but it got faded. And then I'm gonna pick up all your drops. These jail niggas is smart, man. When it comes to penitentiary shit, but when he comes home to the street, it's different. Now you're not that same person. Yeah, in Queens, I know in Queens he did. I know in Queens he did. I know when Shango had Frontline, he picked up a whole lot too. Tell you that. But it should be deep, man. It should be deeper than rap sometime, man. It be deep, man. I think I truly believe that we have to be mindful of what we putting out here, man. We have to be mindful that the jail and the streets is two different categories, two different conversations, two different, man. Like I told you, this guy who did 20 years and got nothing accomplished, he was respected on the compound because he was a respected jail cat, always in the box, dirty urines. I'm like, I said, yo, did you? He said, that's why I'm action now. I ain't complete no programs. So you just going out in the street, dumb, up to 20 years. You know, the only way that'll stop is if the power is in the street and not in jail. Until the power leaves the penitentiary. You know what's so funny? Chippy the Dawn, right? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Now, I remember Chippy when he used to be in Schenectady. Schenectady was a lot of Brooklyn niggas, you know what I'm saying? A lot of Brooklyn cats was in Schenectady. Chippy the Dawn, you know what I'm saying? Free Chippy. The BSV, right? Exactly. I remember his situation he got caught up in. And then when I was locked up in '07, no, '08, in Schenectady County Jail, Chippy pulled up because he was on an appeal. He was trying to appeal his case to get 20 years. Because he had a drug cell and he had allegedly a body. And I think for the body he didn't get civil service, but I think for the drug cell he did. It was one of them. He was trying to get 20 years for a 20 flat. He wasn't trying to get the. He was trying to get the L off. Oh, Chippy Hound now, because he was BSV before. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I remember I was in the county with him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He tried to get the flat. I remember that he came back down, and he was trying to get the flat. I don't know if it was for the drugs or the body, but I remember Chippy the Dawn came down for the like with the flat. Oh, the Hounds. Yeah, I heard about that situation with Sherm. Yeah, with Sherm becoming a Hound. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's not about like I told you. I remember him. I remember when him and his team was out there in Connect. I remember his situation, and then I remember when we was in the county together. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you got that 26. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he was trying to get a flat. I know he was trying to get the flat. He was trying to get the L taken off for either the drugs or the body. It was one of them two, but he was trying to get the L taken. I think it was for the drugs more so. Because he came back down and was trying to get the L off. But I think for the body, he didn't get slayed for the body. He got slayed for the drugs. And he came back down on that pill. Remember that, man. This was like '08, '07, '08. That's when Schenectady was on fire. They was losing their mind in Schenectady, you know what I'm saying? Let me shout out to everybody in Schenectady, man. You know, Stanley and all that. Stanley, some of the like Craig, you know what I'm saying? My cleaner, you know what I'm saying, the cleaners. Word, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Yep. The cleanest, you know what I'm saying? The Gambino, the over the B cats, across, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yep. Yep. That was the hood I was in. I was in that wood. Yeah, it got faded. Yep. Got faded. Yep. Some real shit, man. Some dudes are trying to get out of jail, man. Dudes trying to do the right thing, man. You see me, I'm in another state. I'm in love. My daughter's in college. My son's on his way to college. He's on his way to graduate high school. Um, I just learned to love myself, man. You know, you can't care what people think about you, man. That's a lot of power. It's what no matter what somebody say, as long as you know what's right, you ain't gotta go back and forth and lose your mind, man. Some real shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so now somebody else might say, well, I know what people you're doing because I was in a jail with him for 8 years or 6 years. I just know him from, I remember he was running around Skinneck and he was out there that I remember he came down on his appeal. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make us best friends, but I just remember him, you know what I'm saying? All right, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just knowledge, man. And like I said, man, just love yourself, man. These stories should be educational. That there's a difference between the streets and the penitentiary, man. And when you're out here in these streets, you're free. Appreciate your freedom. You know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself in a situation where you're gonna get caught up, man. Love your life, man. See how am I supposed to do it? Move away. Damn. Went back, son. Just imagine they did all that time to go back. Because you met a whole new breed of cats. I tell you, man, it's all that. It's you can't control something you can't feel. You can't control something you can't feel. So with that being said, man, yeah. So we look up to them, but why? Wow. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. I tell you, man, La played a strategic game of chess. La, whoever, man. I just hope that La, like I said, these conversations that we're having, right? When you say this, a person is trying to bob and weave it. You know what I'm saying? And she we just said honor dorm, honor block, honor block, honor block. That means those to say that means that you're a model inmate. You're a model inmate to be in these honor dorms. Shit. That means you're not getting tickets, you're not in the mix, you're not in nothing. You could be, but what they see, you know what I'm saying? That's what the honor dorm is, you know what I'm saying? Honor dorm is just a good place when you're and they book a model inmate. No tickets, no your name in it, you ain't in nothing in their eyes, and that's what the honor and that's what being an honor inmate is. You know what I'm saying? The honor dorm. Shout out to the honor dorm. You know what I'm saying? So that means that dudes trying to come home, man. Uh, you know what I'm saying it's you know I told you jail's a different place, man. Jail create different characters. Hold on one second. Definitely salute to my man Jay Eat Money Bags, my man Polo Don. You know what I'm saying? It's real, man. I be having to work all day, so I'll be having time. So that's why I might pick times like this to do a quick one, just to give you something. You know what I'm saying? Something for people to talk about, man. Like I said, there's nothing wrong. Pick a book up, man. Like these stories be sounding crazy because it's like, damn. So when the guy goes, they never heard something, man. That's because they do in jail, man. When you have status, people don't discuss your flaws when you got some power in that yard. You know what I'm saying? They don't. The only ones that discuss your flaws is somebody who's ready to go. They're the ones that's gonna go, yo, someone's messing with the bag. Because you know the consequences of that is he's gonna get shot or go gun for gun with somebody. The average person's not pulling up in those spots going, yo, this is what I heard about such and such. So, you know what I'm saying? So let's cut out those conversations. Like nobody's going to the yard talking about certain dudes and dude, let's cut that narrative out. Well, I never heard you. Why do you get to let's stop that, man. Stop creating narratives like dudes don't be having that power to do that unless it's a powerful dude, right? Like when, no disrespect, when Ding Ding pulled up to, what's his name? The only dudes that could possibly even attempt to say something on his name was the Rat Hunters. And the Rat Hunters, they put basically the manipulation on the homies, and then the homies is, y'all get them, not us. And you see how that worked? The average dude ain't making that happen. The average ain't put up a spot unless he's strong, unless he's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. That's why they holding on to that power. You know what that is. Exactly. So we just speaking facts, man. So anybody, so don't let nothing fool you when somebody tells you a crazy story about how they never heard something before. Hell yeah, facts. So we got to be bigger than that world. Let's be great together and create our own world that doesn't pertain to penitentiaries and jail cells. You heard? Oh, Hershey, he got locked up again, but I heard he got scratched. Then I think Hannibal had a situation where what's the nigga name? Son, Jay he brim though. He son out he was man had a brim, but I guess him and him had a personal beef and something happened with Hannibal. Yeah, that was crazy. But Hirsch got locked up again for something crazy. He had a situation. They saying he got touched by the Hounds allegedly, but I think that was crazy, man. No, I think he became Hound, but he got touched. But he had that beef with Larry. You know what I'm saying? With LO, he had that personal beef. So that personal beef alone was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I think he became something, but he was Bop. So I think they had it out for him because he was Bop. Because that BOP at that one point in time was not really a good look. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody asked you about the CJ situation, right? Now there was a bunch of Bop that was in Staten Island that became Hit Squad. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's a part of that Hit Squad Blim that was in Staten Island that used to be Bop. You know what I'm saying? That's that 5'9" BOP, well, allegedly with YB. So, but I gotta get ready to go to work, man. So I gave you this quick early morning taste of coffee. Think about it. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get with the kids, man. Get with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Look at Course TV. Don't look at the New York. Look at the South, the New Orleans stories where you got a guy who got 20 bodies. Like, a lot of us is lucky to be out here and be alive. Let's change the narratives in our life. Exactly. So let's not allow somebody to tell on us. Let's win. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused, man. With that being said, man, it's a picture. It's a picture game. Appreciate y'all. One love. Peace.